Anti-slave question everything.
Anti-slave question everything. Anti-slave question everything.
Anti-slave question everything.
Question everything. Question everything. Anti-slave question everything. Anti-slave question everything.
Anti-slave question everything.
Anti-slave question everything. Anti-slave question everything. Anti-slave question everything. Welcome to Anti-slave question everything.
Welcome to Anti-Slave Question Everything. This is your host, Bo, and bro, some shit just went down. So, evidently this guy named Stephen Marlow just ended up murdering like 4 people and then dipping out. And then he was dipped out for a little bit, but then evidently got ran up on by some feds. And after he got ran up on by some feds, he got captured and taken into custody. But there's more to this. So, he posted a video of himself on social media. Like, I don't know if he emailed it out or if he posted it on Facebook or Twitter or something, but my homie on Reddit sent me this shit. And it was a video up on TikTok, but then I also found it up on Twitter. So this dude ended up killing 4 people. But before he did kill these 4 people, he was up on social media, ranting and raving, leaving his last goodbyes to his families and shit, talking about how he's being the one person fighting force against mind control and MKUltra type shit. So he's saying up in this video and shit all sorts of stuff about how he's been a victim his entire life and shit, and that he's always been experimented on and shit, and that he's doing this to protect himself and his family, and it's the only thing that he can do. Now this is super fucking wild shit right now. I know a lot of people are looking at this and shrugging it off. I know a lot of people are looking at it and being like, oh, another crazy fucking dude with a gun. Another crazy dude with a gun. That's exactly what they're going to play it off as. I know that's exactly what they're going to play it off as. But look at this shit. We literally have MKUltra shit right now in our face. We have MKUltra shit right now in our face. It's happening in America. And dude, it's like, you can't even fucking deny it. You can't even fucking deny it. The CIA was doing that shit in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and you think they're not doing that shit right now? You think that they're not selecting people and fucking beaming them with like energy weapons and shit and getting their brains all scrambled and mixed up and shit? You know what all those fucking shooters all had in common? Is that they were all in fucking some sort of range of this device or some shit. I don't know if it was a 5G tower or what, but these areas all had a recorded, like, they had like a recorded fucking higher amount of an electromagnetic frequency that was going on in all these areas where these kids that evidently get whacked out and go into school and shoot up the place with guns. There was a consistent fucking electromagnetic frequency wave in the same area of the kids that did Columbine, in the same area of the kids that did Sandy Hook. This shit and this information is on the internet, but it's currently getting scrubbed off the internet because right now we're stuck in the age of misinformation. And the shit is going to continue to get scrubbed off the internet, bro. I swear to God. So when I see articles right now and shit that are literally including the story and saying that they're like, oh yeah, it's mind control. Dude, that's how you know you need to get that shit and record some shit and say some shit about it, because pretty soon that ain't going to be up on the internet. The CIA can't let that shit be up on the internet. So like 9 hours ago, they're posting articles about this shit with a video link to this dude talking about how he's been a victim of mind control his entire life. The tinfoil hat people are like, what the fuck right now, dude? It's in everybody's face. I don't understand how you could still be blue pilled at this point. The story is going to get shut down some way or another. You know it. You know that the story is going to get shut down one way or another. This shit was literally released like 9 hours ago, bro. Check it out. Stephen Alexander Marlow, a man suspected of killing 4 people, has been arrested. Local police captured suspect Stephen Alexander Marlow, 39, in Lawrence, Kansas, says officer from the Butler Township Police Department of Ohio. He will be extradited to Ohio for charges, Butler Township Police Chief John Porter said, according to the Journal News. Officers said Saturday that Marlow killed couple Clyde Knox, 82, and Eva Knox, 78, and also killed mother Sarah Anderson, 41, and her daughter Kayla Anderson, 15. The crime scenes are on Hardwicky Place. Marlow reportedly lived with his parents nearby on Haverstraw Avenue. The Butler Township Police Department was dispatched earlier today shortly before noon to the Hardwicky Place and Haverstraw Avenue on the report of shots fired, police said. Upon arrival, officers located multiple crime scenes with a total of 4 victims suffering from gunshot wounds. All 4 victims were pronounced deceased at the scenes by Butler Township Fire Department. It appeared that Marlow drove to Interstate 70 and headed west, officers said during the search. Authorities did not immediately release information on a possible motive. The investigation is ongoing to protect the integrity of it. Only limited details can be released at this time, police said Saturday. What we can release is this: Stephen Marlow remains the primary suspect. We have no current information to make us believe others were involved in these horrific acts. And then it confirms and says video posted on social media showed a man identified as Marlow ranting about mind control and telepathy. He says, I will be launching the first counterattack against mind control in human history, he said. I want to be very clear, this is not going to be an active shooting event. I will be executing some of the people responsible for activating shooters. It literally fucking says this shit in the article and in the video. And I got that video and I'm going to include it in this one, but holy shit, yo. Holy shit, I know these news departments are just being like, duh, fuck this shit. No, this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing. But dude, I can't believe this is even on the internet. I can't believe they haven't fucking got this off yet, dude. It goes on here to say, our team is well aware that there is a video of Mr. Marlow that has surfaced on the internet. Butler officer said before Marlow's capture, our investigators have determined this video was published sometime after yesterday's incident. We understand the ideas and language in the video are startling, and that is why our investigators are working around the clock to ensure Mr. Marlow is brought into custody. We are working to determine if there is any more motive to this horrible tragedy or if mental illness played any role, Porter said, according to the Dayton Daily News. It's all going to be blamed on mental illness. It's all going to be blamed on mental illness. Marlow was previously convicted of aggravated burglary and aggravated menacing, in which police said he broke into a home and threatened a person in July 2019, according to the Journal News. 5 years of community control was terminated February 9th. In this early stages of his probation, Marlow was reportedly ordered to take a mental health evaluation. No fucking way, dude. MKUltra the fuck out. So I bet you're bugging to see the video. Here it is.
So Mom, Dad, Kevin, Carrie, Brendan, I just want you to know I love you more than you will ever know. I could not have asked for a better family. What you cannot comprehend is that we have been attacked by this weapon our entire lives, and the attack against me personally is one of the most vicious attacks a human being has ever faced. I have tolerated the most inhumane torture in hopes that the FBI and CIA would come to my defense, but they have failed to come to my aid. My only hope is that you come to understand what has happened here. When the world realizes what has happened, there will be justice, but I cannot sit by and be a victim any longer, and I refuse to sit by and do nothing while my nieces and nephews and the rest of my family are operated on with mind control. Our thoughts are not private. It is disgusting and it is cruel. I will be launching the first counterattack against mind control in human history. I want to be very clear, this will not be an active shooting event. I will be executing some of the people responsible for activating shooters. If I happen to survive, please visit me in prison, if only to see the same man you have always known, rather than the victim of some mental disorder that does not exist. What you may not understand is that I will gladly die to expose this, and I will gladly die to help one other victim discover the truth of what has happened. If I can help another targeted individual fight back against telepathy, then the sacrifice will be well worth it. To any TIs who read this, understand that your attackers use the form of ventriloquism I describe in the paper to move your thoughts, but your thoughts can also move their mouths. To my friends in Chicago, Lexington, Dayton, and all over the world, get this email out to everyone you know. The most horrific weapon ever made is being used on human beings, and if you ever learn the truth, you will understand what I did here to protect myself and my family. Get this out to other TIs, other voice hearers, so the world has a chance to fight back. To my family, especially my nieces and nephews, I want you to understand that what I do here, I do for your future, and hope that you can live a life free of mind control. I love you guys.
So let's not take what that dude was saying lightly. Let's not discredit this shit as some sort of mental illness. Let's look into this shit. Let's question this shit, because this is seriously some fucking wild stuff, guys. This dude could be a whistleblower on some straight up MKUltra shit. And like, really seriously talking about people people knowing and saying that they can feel like ringing in their head, or like constant headaches and shit, or constantly feeling like they're being gang stalked. Like how fucking, really, if you think about it, how far off could that be? How like unimaginable could that be, that a government organization could be like doing that type of shit? They could be gang stalking a certain individual that they, because of some sort of AI algorithm, either that they have implanted inside of our phones, inside of our social media, where I honestly believe that this type of shit, these type of algorithms are looking for types of people that have like a weak soul and could be manipulated easily. And then when they find these types of people that can be manipulated easily, they just do the devil's work on them. Like, legitimately, I believe this. I don't think that all these shootings and stuff are like necessarily false flags, but the shit that just happened with that dude on the rooftop with the AR-15 in the dress, you know, there's some shit, that other shit that just happened in Uvalde, you know what I'm saying? Like Sandy Hook, that type of shit. These types of situations where people are running up inside of public places and murdering people, I really don't think that they're trying, that it is what they're trying to say it is. Like, it is the American citizens that are attacking one another without some sort of outside force manipulating the situation. I think that there is some sort of outside force manipulating the situation. And maybe this guy is trying to speak of said outside source. The CIA was doing this shit in the 50s and the 60s, you know? I mean, in one of my previous videos on MKUltra, I shared a thing where the little girl was saying that they were trying to turn her into like a murder assassin type chick, and they were having her stab like these lifelike dolls and shit, preparing her to kill stuff, and they were trying to turn her into like a mind control assassin. And that's shit that's documented in court cases. Like, people took the United States government and the CIA to court because of the fact that they were doing experiments on people trying to mind control them. And now here we are in 2022, and we have some dude that literally just murdered 4 people screaming about how he's being mind controlled. That is unfucking real. That is unfucking real, and that cannot be taken lightly, dude. That cannot be taken lightly. And I know it is going to be. I know people are going to be like, nah, dude, you're fucking crazy. You sound like a whack job. And you know what? Yeah, maybe I do sound like a whack job, but this shit that keeps reoccurring over and over and over and over, bruh, you gotta see the fucking patterns. You gotta see the patterns in these people that are doing this shit. Look at Salvador Ramos and fucking Uvalde, bro. Look at Eric Haas and Dylan Klebold from fucking Columbine. Look at the kid from fucking Sandy Hook. Look at all these motherfuckers. Look at the dude that was just on top of that fucking rooftop shooting people at that parade. Look at all these people. They all have one fucking thing in common. They all seem like they're easily manipulated, weak people. Every single one of them. Okay? And back in the day, what was it? It was the violent video games, the violent movies, the violent music, listening to Marilyn Manson, this, and this. All this shit that they were trying to say the government is imposing, that, yeah, no, it's the video games, it's the media, it's the books they're reading, it's the fact that they're playing Dungeons and fucking Dragons, for fucking fuck's sakes, dude. Like, really, the satanic panic, they jumped on so many different things, okay? The old fucking sleight of hand trick, dude. It's look over here, not over here, because I'm pulling some shit going on in the back ends of these curtains and shit that you can't see up in the front lines. Because I got some sneaky shit going on back here. I don't want you to see what's going on back here. So pay attention to what's going up here, because the satanic panic and Anton LaVey is coming for your fucking kids and shit. It's ridiculous. They really want to be acting like these attacks and shit could be happening for literally any other reason besides the fact that the government is somehow manipulating our people and making us go fucking crazy. This type of shit, they've been doing this shit for literally so long. Like, there was a story a long, long time ago of some dude that was straight up like tinfoil hatted out inside of a trailer, and the CIA started beaming signals to his fucking trailer, acting like they were aliens. And they were doing this shit, and they were using electromagnetic frequencies and shit to fuck with the dude. And the guy went fucking mad. He went crazy, and fucking I think he ended up killing somebody, or he ended up killing himself. That's some actual shit that the CIA did, dude. It's recorded. It's in history. You know, there's not the first time that we've been little tiny guinea pigs to the Central Intelligence Agency. It's a no-brainer, dude. It's a no-brainer. And shit like this, dude, when kids go missing from when they're going missing from orphanages and shit, missing 411 kids, dude, all this shit happening constantly all the time. They're taking people and they're experimenting on them. They're doing this shit all the fucking time. They're doing it all the fucking time. They're experimenting on people that are just normal, average, everyday Joes, dude, that are just trying to do their own shit, do their own average daily routines, and they're getting fucking beamed in on their heads and shit with fucking frequency waves and shit, and it's making them go crazy. This shit is wild, dude. So, I don't know. He mentioned in this video that he posted that he was going after people that activated shooters. Now, I'm not really going to speak much on this because I dove a little tiny bit into these 4 people that he killed, and you can't find anything out about them, and obviously because of the fact that 4 people are dead, you don't really want to speak on it. And with what's happening with Jones, obviously we're in the day and age, and even if you did want to speak on it, you couldn't, because you could get fucking sued for millions and millions of dollars. Because we're against the age of misinformation now, I guess, and in the age of political correctness, so you can't fucking say or do anything on the internet anymore, evidently, or else you can go to fucking jail or get sued for defamation just because you're asking fucking questions. But so we're not really going to get into the people that died. You guys can look into that shit yourself. It's a tragedy. I don't know. Either way, one thing that I could say is that if dude was definitely, if he was being mind controlled, I could definitely see him murdering innocent people for no fucking reason. Because that's what these people that are getting MKUltra'd out do. I don't think that they know what the fuck they're doing. I mean, I'm sure that they know what they're doing. I'm sure that they know what they're doing. But there's got to be something that's fucking egging them on. There's got to be something that's just pushing that envelope to that fucking last little bit till they fucking snap and do this shit, dude. Because I don't know. I can't see it. Anywho, this has been another wonderful episode of Anti-Slave Question Everything. And if you're sitting here watching this on YouTube, I would appreciate it if you liked and subscribed to my channel. If you're listening to this on Spotify, I would appreciate it if you go ahead and rated the show and followed. So I will continue to be putting out more content like this. This is just one of those crazy things that fucking happened. And it's circulating in the news, and I don't know if it's going to be on the internet for much longer because of the fact that he's trying to expose MKUltra shit, in my opinion. But anywho, anybody that sees this shit, if you see some shit, always remember to question it. And that's it. I'm out. Peace.